Geekpreneur, what's up? What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. If you are somebody who wants to add a little extra income to what they got going on, or you got some questions about the online space and how you could start a side business, go to sidegigshawn.com and let's see if I can help you make some extra money using the online space. Sidegigshawn.com. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Oh, sorry. We are live on multiple platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So feel free to connect. Tonight, we're diving into a sneaky kind of misery that doesn't scream loud enough to force change. The kind that slowly convinces you to settle, stay stuck, and postpone your real life, your dreams, your ambitions, one comfortable compromise at a time. This misery is not something that you and I are used to. I'll start with this. I'll give you this quote. This quote by writer and computer scientist Gurwinder Bogle, I practiced this one, okay, says, often we fail to improve our lives simply because things don't get bad enough. If your new job is hell, you'll leave it. But if it's just unsatisfying, you'll likely grind it out. Thus, small problems often threaten our quality of life more than big ones. What a quote. Sheena, what's up? What are you doing awake? Good to have you on. You'll like this one. Often we fail to improve our lives simply because things don't get bad enough. If your job is hell, you'll leave it. But if it's just unsatisfying, you'll likely grind it out. Thus, small problems often threaten our quality of life more than big ones. Kids up, wow. It reminds me of one of my favorite stories. Imagine this old man. He's sitting on his front porch on his rocking chair, and he's got his old dog laying next to him on the porch. And then here comes this old school sales guy, insurance salesman, with the hat and the briefcase. That he comes up to the old man on his front porch, and he wants to start his, you know, spiel, if you would. So he starts talking, and as soon as he starts to talk, just a few words and sentences in, he notices that the old man's dog is kind of moved a little bit and is kind of growling, like almost in almost in a little bit of pain, right? He looks at the dog, he looks at the old man, and the old man doesn't really react or respond and kind of keeps rocking his chair. And so the salesman continues. Thank you for all the love, Sheena. I appreciate it. He continues with his spiel, if you would, right? And just a few sentences in again, he notices the dog just moved a little bit and kind of squeaks, squeeze a little bit. And it's almost like he sounds like he's in pain. And he looks at the dog, looks at the old man, looks at the dog again, looks at the old man again. No reaction. The old man is not moving or anything like that. So he says to himself, you know what, I'll just keep going. So he continues with his spiel, and and sure enough, a few sentences in, sees the dog moving a little bit again, and really, like his face and his gesture, he sounds like he's in pain. And looks at the dog, looks at the man. There's no reaction, but this time he stops. He asks the old man. He says, I gotta ask you. I mean, I've been standing here for about 5 minutes now, and your dog seems like as soon as he moves a little bit, he's in pain. And the old man says, "Mm-hmm." The salesman says, "Well, do you know what's wrong with him? Is he okay?" He says, "Yeah, he is fine. He's laying down on on a nail that is sticking out of this part of my front porch." And the salesman says, "Oh, well, okay. Why doesn't he then get up and go somewhere else where there's no nail?" And the old man says, as he's rocking on his rocking chair, he says, "I guess it doesn't hurt bad enough." And that's exactly what this quote is saying. Sometimes, a lot of times, we are laying on that nail sticking out of the floor. And just because it doesn't hurt enough, we learn to be comfortable with it. We learn to compromise with it. Sometimes the pain is not enough. How many times have you had some pain and it hasn't been enough for you to go to the emergency room? We get comfortable with our jobs. Hey, it's paying the bills. It's paying the bills. We're okay. If something is absolutely unbearable, you would leave it. But if it's just a little bit unbearable, you'll bear it. Perfect example is the emergency room. How many times have you been in pain, but not enough to go to the emergency room? And that's how we treat our comfort zones. See, we're just comfortable. We get used to that nail. As long as we don't really move a whole lot, yeah, it's a little bit of pain here and there, but that's enough. It's okay. Yeah? Yeah. You know what? The wild part is the biggest dream killers, they don't arrive as disasters, these humongous, like enormous, giant looking aliens. It doesn't come like that. They probably just come in like khakis and jammies and tank tops, where it says, "This is good enough." In your khakis, in your jammies, in your tank tops. This is good enough. The pain is not bad enough. I'm asking you to make the change, not waiting for the pain to get unbearable. I'm asking you to make the change because change is what you need, if that's what you need. If you're lying down on that piece of on that portion of the front porch with a nail sticking out, I'm asking you to get up and move. I didn't ask you to move to Alaska. I'm asking you to move so that you're comfortable. No pain. So, with that, hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. It is 1:11 a.m. Oh, it just turned 1:12, but I saw 1:11. Let's go. Um, if you're not connected with me, if you're not subscribed to me, why not? Let's go. Connect, subscribe. You can connect with me on multiple platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. And you can find me under Side Gig Sean. Some of you have been asking me, I'll leave you with this. I don't know why this just popped up in my head. But some of you, actually, a lot of you have been asking me. I've been unfriending a bunch of people from all my platforms. I went from, I now have literally less than 1,000 friends on Facebook. So I've done the same thing with Instagram. TikTok is next, and LinkedIn. So I've been unloading a lot of people, and just you know, there's no needed to keep, right? And also, I've been very silent on social media. I haven't done any skits. Like I posted one of my skits tonight from a couple of years ago, and I miss doing those skits. But I haven't done any skits. I haven't posted my daily scriptures or anything of that sort, right? So yeah, haven't done any of that. I just kind of have been um, taking a little bit of a break, maybe, um, but just giving my head a little bit space. Um, but don't worry, I'll come back. Social media is pretty chill, pretty cool. I like it. Um, I haven't had any major issues with it. So for those of you asking, I'll come back. Keep me in your prayers. I appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, I'll keep reposting some of my old ones that pop up. And it cracks me up that I actually did that. It's funny as hell. But yeah, so that's kind of the reason behind the silence. And yeah, so with that, listen, if you want to add a little extra income to what you got going on, if you want to get on the online space, you got questions, you don't know where to begin, you're like, what the heck is going on online? Just go to sidegigshawn.com. Let's see if I can help you make some extra money using the online space. And with that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.